Alright, Brakita Yahweh, Brakita Yahweh Shai, Brakita Yahweh, Brakita Yahweh Shai. You know, Tawada Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and Rule Well. You know, and to the brothers, the elect, four corners of this world. We say Shalom. Brother Howard from GMS Trinidad here to dwell edification through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Right, and as you can see in the clip earlier, you know, I pulled that clip from Nino Brown from New Jack City, you know, basically showing before you raise your hand, you know, cancel that check, you know, because being men of the Lord in this truth, you know, we pour off the old man and all things are new. You know, me get that sweet step. I made new, I think. You know, we pour off that old man. You know. So that right. This is Ephesians chapter Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 24. It says, and that ye, what the fuck? I will start from verse 23. It says, and be renewed in the spirit. Salak. Right. I will start from 19. Ephesians 4:19. It says, who being past feeling, having given themselves over to lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness with greediness, but ye have not so learned Mashiach. Yeah. Because in the past, you didn't know about Yahweh Shai, because if it is you didn't know about Yahweh Shai, or you know about the truth, you would not be doing these unlawful acts. It says, if so be that ye have heard him, right? Far back. That have heard him. Yeah, I gotta pause this video so that. Yes, so it says, if so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him as the truth is in Yahweh Shai, but ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man. Yeah, the former conversation, which is what the things Jesus speak in the world, that carnal thinking, that carnal vibration, right? Put off that state of mind, right? Because you're fresh now. It says that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. Right? So you're putting off the old man. Right? Going on, it says, and be renewed in the spirit, right? Be renewed in the spirit of your mind, your lab, your thoughts. Be renewed in the spirit of your thoughts. Right? Your mind. Right? So your mind become new. And everything is what? A spiritual thing. It says, and that ye put on the new man. Right? Which is the things you've been taught now. Right? The things you've been taught. You've been taught to obey the laws, the commandments, and follow in the footsteps of our foreparents in righteousness. Right? To be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after Yahweh is created Yahushua is created in righteousness and truth, true holiness. Therefore, put away lying, speaking every man truth with his neighbor. So we are members of we are members one of another. Right? It says, be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Right? So hey, this video is based off of, if it is, you're not agreeing with your wife or with your woman, you have no right to put your hands on her. You have no right to put your hands on a woman in the street, because you bring shame to the ministry. And we know these women are the devil. We know women are the devil. Right? They work hand in hand with the system. Right? Even the serpent was working hand in hand. So you put your hand on these women in this kingdom, is either you end up dead, they end up setting you up, you end up dead, right? If you end up dead, police on your ass. If police on your ass, is our next story. If police on your ass, you're bringing shame on the whole entire ministry. So if you can't deal, just leave. That's the part. Leave them women and them alone. If you have that is why the scripture say how to become a new man. Right? That is why it say how to become a new man. Right? So your former, you in this truth. If a brother in this truth and he doing those kind of things, hey, you're going off. Because the scriptures clearly show you how you're supposed to deal with your wife in this truth. Right? Now you women supposed to even be raising your hand at a man. You ain't supposed to be raising your hand at a man whatsoever. Don't start nothing, it ain't gonna be nothing. But still, let's walk away from these bitches. Hey, the scripture saying Colossians 3 and 18, it says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband as it is fit in the Lord. Husband, love your wife and be not bitter against them. Right? It says, be not bitter against them. I'm going to get them my sword. Colossians 3 and 19. Right? Compare this. Colossians 3 and 19, it says in the BBE, husbands, have love for your wives and be not bitter against them. Husband, love your wives and be kind to them. Husband, love your wives and do not be harsh with them. Right? Husband, love your wives and be not bitter against them. Yeah. Husband, love your wives and do not be embittered against them. Right? Same thing. Husband, love your wife and be not bitter against them. Husband, love your wife and do not be bitter against them. Right? The word bitter means to make bitter, to produce a bitter taste in the stomach, to embitter, exasperate, render anger. Right? Render anger. It's supposed to render the anger. Indignant. To be embittered, irritated, to visit with bitterness. To visit with bitterness. To grieve, deal bitterly with. Right? It goes into more bitter, metaphorically harsh. Virulent or virulent. You see? Yeah. So hey, and it's more or less being in this truth. In this truth, you don't want to bring no shame on the ministry in this truth. You don't want to do that. You have to be very careful on what it is you're doing, right? In this truth. You do what, hey, the slightest thing, they're almost demonizing women and the Lord, right? They're always demonizing us and saying, hey, we's rapists and we's this and we not called, whatever the case might be. But that, you know, that is a different story. You know, you have to use wisdom in all things, right? The scripture says, anger light in the bosom of fools. So you can learn in the book of Ecclesiastes, I think it's 5 or 7 and yeah, 5. I think it's 5, yeah. So you can't let these bitches and them get angry knowing the type of person they is. You know? Your bitch horn you. Hey, the scripture says marvel not to trespass against thee. You see? First Peter 3 and 7. It says likewise. Likewise. It says likewise. Ye husbands dwell with them. Read from here. Dwell with them according to knowledge. Give honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of grace, of life, and your prayers be not hindered. Yeah. Let's read it in a different translation to compare it. It says, BBE, it says, and you husbands give thought to your wife, to your way of life with your wives. Give honor to your woman, who is the feebler vessel, but who has an equal part in the heritage of your grace of life, so that ye may be not kept from prayer. Alright, in easy English. Also, each of you husband must live properly with your own wife. You should understand properly what she needs. She is not so strong as you are, so you should remember that, and you should be kind to her. Remember that God has promised the same thing to both her and you together. He has promised that you will live with him always, so you must be kind to your wife, and then nothing will stop God from answering what you pray. In a similar way, you husband must live with your wives in an understanding manner, as with a most dedicated partner. Honor them as heirs with you of grace, gift of life, so that nothing may interfere with your prayers. You know, let's stop right here. The more or less all let me just see him. Right, and then the last scripture here. I'll bring the next one after this. It's on break. Ephesians chapter 5:28. It says, so ought men to love their wives as their own body. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. And it's that. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. You can't say you love your wife, but you can't say you love yourself and you're beating up and you go here, you go throw yourself down a cliff. You know? You're running to a wall. You know? Then you're loving yourself. Right? You will not abuse yourself if you love yourself. So if you love your wife, love is an action. I mean, these bitches out here get so mad that they want to knock them down, because they're not like former wives, the ancient wives. You know? But it has some of them out there that try. You know, they really do try. You scripture tell you don't be a fucking lion in your own house. Right? You can't be a lion in your own house in this kingdom that you're living in right now. Hey, these bitches, it's easy for them to get up and leave. It's easy for a woman to get up and leave. You hear why? They're in this kingdom that had authority. But a woman who fear Yahweh B'Hashem Yashai, she ain't going to try that shit. Right? A woman who fear Yahweh B'Hashem Yashai, he ain't going to try that shit. And a man who fear Yahweh B'Hashem Yashai, he ain't going to do certain things either. Right? Verse 29 says, for no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourish it and cherish it, even as the Lord the church. For we are members of this body, of his flesh, and of his bones. For this is the cause shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. Right? Yeah, so hey, you brothers out there, you know, hey, don't rest your hand on these women. That is trouble with a capital T. Like the Teen Titans building. Don't engage yourself with hitting these women. These women and them out there is trouble. Leave these bitches and them alone. If you can't agree with them, if you can't rock with them, if they want to rock with you, hey, get that bitch out or you get out. Because that is trouble. Think about the ministry. Think about, hey, think about you, think about, you know what I mean? Think about what Yahweh Shai might have done. Whatever the case might be, but just, hey, run far from that. With that, I give all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Kodash, double honors to the apostles who rule well at Great Millstone. Citation to the men that push this word, the elect, in sincerity and in truth. Hopefully the viewers edify and shalom.